With Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us.
We've got a chance now for our starting lineups. From point guard to center, this game should be a good one.
We're expecting some fireworks tonight, fellas. Both teams can score in bunches.
Well, I'm looking to see which team could dictate the pace here. To me, that's the key.
Yeah, if you can force your opponent to play your style of basketball, you're in good shape.
Now here is Stewart. From deep. Misses that one. She's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Here's Beckers. Outside, Hines Allen.
Clock at 6.
Here's Beckers.
And a little luck that time, but it drops.
A bit lucky to get that shot to fall.
Now here is Ionescu. Tight defense on her. Jacks up a 3. And the Liberty get it back.
On the wing, Paige Beckers.
Covered by Ionescu. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, that's one way she can finish, but far from the only way. She's got all types of tricks up her sleeve.
From the arc.
Pass to Phoebish.
Back to Jones. Ionescu. Here's the 3. It's not going to go for her.
And fellas, we were talking about this. One great thing about Ogunbowale, her durability.
He rarely misses games. Led the league a couple times in minutes played, and then amongst active players, Ogunbowale leads in minutes played per game.
Now here's Cloud. To end the run. Book it off the beautiful crossover.
A nice little wrinkle to her game. At 6 feet, Cloud is a big guard, helps her inside.
Over to the wing.
Outside, Hines Allen. Pass to Beckers.
From outside the arc. And again, it's the wings from deep.
And that'll raise their field goal percentage even more. They're enjoying a big edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. They've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection's just been great.
Such a high IQ on this team.
Brianna Stewart from outside.
A rebound by Beckers.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense is taking a big chance, leaving her open behind the arc. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
They've built a big lead very early.
Boy, right from the tip, there isn't anything they haven't done well.
It has been a textbook dominant performance.
Now here's Cloud. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Very close call there on the illegal screen.
I'd go along with it. You know, to me, it didn't really look like her feet were set.
And it's the wings ball.
Now Beckers.
She's got 10. That one's on target from the wing.
They've made one bucket after another since getting this game started. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet, Tim. I wouldn't go that far, but it has been pretty ugly so far. The defenders didn't really even get a sniff of her on that move to the iron.
Misamon pulls it in. On offense, here's the Liberty. Trailing by 10. Here's Stewart. Makes it off the glass.
Stewart's presence down low stems from her skills and finesse. She's something to watch and something to admire.
Now here's Beckers.
Pass to Hines Allen. Fires for 3. Connects from three-point range.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there. She was all alone for that shot. I mean, that's like a warm-up jumper.
Here's Ionescu. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Some great tight defense right there. Got right up on her and forced the miss.
Just close enough to bother her on the shot, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact. Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it did not work. Not if it results in that shot.
Last season was a disappointment for Dallas as they missed the playoffs.
Well, they were last in defensive rating, and as you can expect, that's really hurt them. They made a lot of moves in the offseason, though, losing 3 of their top 4 scorers. So this year's probably going to be a different story.
Becker's no good.
And so it's New York with it. It's a 13-point game. Pass to Stewart. Ionescu cans it from downtown.
Can't give Ionescu any airspace from downtown. If you do, she'll torch you from there.
Outside Agumbawale. And she makes good on the layup. On offense, here the Liberty. Ionescu has it. Got Stewart from outside.
It's hauled in by Beckers.
Yep, that one goes. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Wings out in front, leading by 14. And quarter 2 will get underway just after this short break. And welcome back. It's been all one-way traffic through the first as the second quarter gets underway. And the Wings have been really rolling along here, haven't they?
Not much room to operate on this one. A very tough D through 1.
You know, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
Now here's Agumbawale. Pass to Harris. Count that bucket.
Soft touch around the rim. You don't want Harris to catch you out of position inside.
Here's Berg. Jones hits the three-point bomb.
She might not be the top sharpshooter in this league, but that's not a shot that D can afford to give to her.
Pass to James. And here's Harris. This one for 3. Her shot is good, making her a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the 3 right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
Now here's Miesman, looking for her first basket still in this one. Now Johannes. Green by Miesman. 4 on the shot clock. And again, it's New York with a 3.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Here's James. And the layup's good off the glass.
Good job to create the easy bucket.
They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And Blake, from what we've seen so far, if I were you, for your health, don't hold your breath.
Yeah, that'd be a very bad idea. Timeout called the Liberty. So both teams changing it up here. Now here's Jones. He's covered closely. The shot by Ionescu, no good. And it's the Wings ball.
In the 2024 finals, Sabrina Ionescu hit one of the biggest shots in league history.
With the series 1-1, Sabrina nailed a deep 3 with just a second left, silencing the crowd of over 19,000 in Minnesota. That was a key win and a huge reason why the Liberty won it all for the first time.
She is a coach's dream, guys. Absolutely tireless. Never gives in, never gives up, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder.
Now here's Cloud. And Sabrina Ionescu, good for 3.
They really set Ionescu up for success there. Perfectly positioned with a good look at the hoop.
Beckers outside.
Second shot opportunity. And fouled hard that time. And she'll get 2 shots at the line.
With the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
That's some old school defense. Just telling them no easy layups. As simple as that. And I like to see it.
Well, in a league of superstars, there's some fantastic players that get overlooked. Who would you say falls into that category for you guys?
You know, Lexi Hull, the wing, she doesn't light up a box score, but she's a really good defender who does the little things, makes the winning plays. The plus-minus numbers are usually really good. And you also throw in, she's an excellent three-point shooter.
Well, I'm going to go with the point guard, Jordan Canada. You know, she's been an all-defensive team member, and she's just so good at running an offense.
Now here's Cloud. Pass to Jones. Ionescu. No good from outside.
I'm not sure why she keeps trying her luck from deep. It's just not working for her.
And it's in.
Full speed ahead. Watch out, Enrique taking over.
A challenging stretch for New York here. Misaman outside. Screen by Stewart. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. And again, it's the Liberty missing. Outside Agumbawale.
Paige Beckers from outside.
That one falls, coming off Enrique Agumbawale's nice feed.
Good recognition from Agumbawale. She's more than capable of understanding when her teammates are wide open.
Here's Ionescu. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. And the Wings call time here.
And just an incredible player. Enrique Agumbawale has a unique style as well.
Yeah, you know, she's 5'9", but she does more damage down low. Wants to attack, not settle. Enrique just so strong, too.
Now here's Beckers.
17 points in the game. And Harris gets it to go.
Well, guards like Harris need to be able to stretch the floor. And there, she does.
And here's Stewart. Pass to Sabali. Ionescu. And it's Emma Misaman with the foul. That is her first foul of the game.
First team foul. Liberty substitution. Jonquel Jones. Leonie Phoebish.
Beckers outside. Segrist outside.
The 3 is up. And again, it's the Wings from deep.
Excellent at stretching the floor. Segrist hitting threes is big for this offense.
Here's Phoebish.
Well-timed pass and goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
She did so well to lead her teammate right to the ideal spot. That's the kind of playmaking coaches like to see.
Now here's Segrist.
Pass to Harris.
Segrist.
Defended by Stewart.
Segrist misses.
And the Liberty with possession here. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And Stewart gets it to go.
Well, with Stewart's solid handle and nice touch around the rim, she's pretty effective at beating defenders on the drive.
Pass to Harris. Shoots the 3. Drains the three-pointer.
What a performance. It seems like every 3 she shoots is going to go in. I mean, she is in the zone.
Sometimes she can hit that deep 3, but it's really not a great look for her. Not a very well-advised shot.
No, no. I mean, even for her, that's too far out.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Wings just dominating this one. We'll take a quick break and then get back to the action. Hello and welcome back. Third quarter just about to get going in what has been a runaway of a game so far.
And really, just an incredible game from Beckers.
Well, in terms of her points in the first half, that's pretty much what we've come to expect.
Which tells you really all you need to know about what a strong talent she is. I mean, I'm going to bet that she adds a lot more to her totals after the break.
Looking around the league, is it safe to say that the Liberty have the best big three?
Well, to me, it's no doubt. Yeah, former MVPs in Brianna Stewart and Jonquel Jones, and then you got an all-WNBA point guard in Sabrina Ionescu. And beyond the collection of talent, these three are a great fit.
Pass to Phoebish.
Now here is Ionescu. Outside for Cloud. Nailed from three-point land.
Wow. Cloud looked almost automatic on the catch and shoot. No hesitation at all. Did you guys see that?
Now here's Segrist.
There's the three. And Jonquel Jones pulls it down. Left side, Stewart. Tries to break her ice. He can't get it to go.
Segrist outside.
New York with the rebound.
You know, typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
Ionescu misses.
Those have been some terrible shot choices, Blake. That was not good at all.
Brianna Stewart with the steal.
Here's Phoebish.
And again, it's the Liberty missing. They're enjoying a commanding lead.
And you know the best part? It gives them an opportunity to give their starters a rest.
Yeah, they might not have to come back in.
Segrist gets the bucket.
Here's New York now. Ionescu.
Guarded by Beckers. Pass to Phoebish.
Back to Stewart. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
You know, she's done a ton to help this team, but if they're going to come back, she needs to do even more.
Paige Beckers from outside.
Good for her ninth make in just 12 shots and even 75% shooting. New York calls timeout.
Well, this franchise is absolutely thrilled to have Paige Beckers. But talk about what makes her such a great young player.
Well, Paige is a bucket, right? Highly skilled, and you expect that she'll run the offense and be the focal point. Plus, she's got sneaky length at 6 feet.
To the right wing. And she comes up with the deuce.
That is way too easy. The defenders are sort of looking at each other like, who is guarding her?
Paige Beckers from outside.
And again, it's the wings from deep.
Can they make some sort of defensive adjustment? Because guess what? She is killing them from three-point range.
And even when they have closed out on her, she's still knocking them down. I mean, this is just an unbelievable performance we're seeing right now.
So it's Dallas now. To the inside. And that one's good.
They've been very sound offensively in the second half.
And there's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And you kind of wonder what was one team talking about in the locker room and what was the other?
Pass to Beckers.
It's stolen by Natasha Cloud. In transition, here come the Liberty. And they pick up two.
That's so impressive by Stewart. Work off the contact and finish. She is just so tough.
And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Here's Agubawale. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Well, she shot the ball well, but she hasn't shot it enough. The more shots she gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And that one's good. Stewart.
That's just terrific awareness from Cloud. She's got the ability to break down defenses with her passing.
Pass to Mumbalale. There's the triple.
The shot is good. Becker's making the play.
That type of D, it's just not going to cut it. They got to get a hand in her face. Too good of a shooter.
Since the Wings moved to Dallas in 2016, it's been tough times for the franchise.
That first 9 years in Dallas, 1 winning year, 1 playoff series won. The good news for Dallas, I think winning the lottery in 2025 might change their fortunes.
Now here's Hines Allen. Shot on the wing, and there are the Wings with another bucket. Here's Ionescu. 8 points for her. Pass to Stewart. Here's Ionescu. Tries it from 19. Tried to bank it in, but misses.
Well, that's just not a sight you see very often because she has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when she's open.
Found the soft spot in the D right there.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Cloud outside. Ionescu outside. Shot clock at 6. And again, unable to change momentum here. Outside, Hines Allen. Gets it to go from downtown.
Chalk up a few more points for them. This has been a one-sided game in just every area.
Absolutely. Their defense, their offense, it's all been outstanding.
It's just been a tremendous performance, Brian.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Wings out in front, running away with it. And we're coming back right after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Now Ionescu. Cloud outside. Pass to Misaman. Launches a 3. Here's Sabali. Banked in off the glass.
Perseverance, it always pays off on the offensive glass.
Harris with it. Shoots over Cloud. And that shot falls short that time.
That's a shot she's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Well, with the amount of emphasis on three-point shooting in this league, we see less and less two-big lineups.
Pace and space are the name of the game. You got to have a very fluid set of bigs to run 2 at a time.
And across the globe, looking at different women's and men's basketball leagues, international competitions, that seems to be the trend for every single top league. Basketball has changed, and the WNBA has adjusted with everybody else.
Now here's Jones. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
What an impressive finish on the drive. This is why Jones's teammates push her to attack the rim.
Harrison the screen. Pass to Cloud. And a miss there on the triple. Jones right side. And the layup is good.
When she pounds that rock inside, Jones is tough to stop, has great touch.
And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Ionescu. Halt the run! Oh my! A game this close to a 4-point play. And she'll head to the line with 3
At
free
the line for
throws.
Liberty.
And winning that Game 5 of the finals at home in 2024, what a moment for Sabrina Ionescu.
The scoring wasn't there for Sabrina, but she helped the Liberty find a way, dropping 8 assists in the deciding Game 5, helping lead New York to their first ever WNBA title.
Here's James. Pass to Harris. 3-pointer. It's good, as 5 others before it were. He's now shooting 6 for 7.
And add another three-pointer to their second half total.
They came out of the break dropping bombs and are just not letting up.
You love to see that.
And the shot goes down.
What vision. It's almost like she has a built-in radar. Cloud just knows when teammates get open.
Pass to Miller.
And down it goes. 2 points.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Now here's Ionescu. Here's Sabali. Good work there as it goes.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Berger with it.
Covered by Ionescu. And Emma Simon with the block. It's good on the putback. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone in the fourth. Now here's Cloud. Outside Sabali. Yep, that one goes.
Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
Now here's Harris. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
What a final quarter they're having from downtown. A bunch of threes falling for them.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. Work that perimeter while they're hot.
And work it to the final whistle.
Ionescu can't get it to go. And it's the Wings ball. Stolen by Sabrina Ionescu. The three. Here's Sabali. The basket drops, and she gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up for her.
At the line for Liberty, Niara.
Now here's Harris. She's covered by Cloud. Pass to James. Over Ionescu. No good, a front iron. And they double up Sabrina Ionescu. Three-pointer, Brianna Stewart sinks the three-pointer.
What a great sight to see. Stewart doesn't need much to get going, and once she does, she is so tough to guard.
Now here's Harris. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there,
It's been
Tim.
a lot of fun to watch.
Sabali with it.
Miller defending.
Sabrina Ionescu from outside.
The defense has nothing to worry about out there with her shooting because she just can't dial it in from deep this half.
Time called here. The Wings decide to talk it over.
Man, they're in complete control.
Everything they're doing, it's been working out. Wow.
Here's Harris. Buries the long-range jumper.
I don't want to say that they're trying to run up the score, but they do keep adding up to that lead.
Well, if you won't say it, partner, I will. They're trying to run up the score here.
Thanks for saying that, Brian.
They get the rebound. And the shot goes in.
What a hustle play by Stewart. Picks up the trash and puts it in the can. She has such a motor.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Miller can't get it to go.
Wings foul. Miller. First personal foul. Third team foul.
And the first one drops.
At the line for the Liberty, Brianna Stewart.
And good on both. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Can't argue with it. Just get the W. Get home.
And again, it's the Wings from deep. And the Liberty with possession here. And the foul on Harris. That's her first foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and they'll go to the line.
That's the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they've put them on the line.
I got to think the coach was reminding everyone, don't foul at the start of that possession. Obviously, she didn't get the message.
And so it's Dallas easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you just have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it. We saw the excellent defense, a potent offensive effort, and they were pretty much dominant.
And that's a wrap, everyone.